Hello, parents out there. I welcome you once again on our program, Parenting as a Sacred Purpose. So, today we want to go deep on how best we can equip our children as we send them off to school. How about opening up our minds as parents to understand really what is a school? Most of us look at a school like a learning place, only academics, learning about academics. No wonder some parents say, I sent my child to school to study, not to clean the toilets, not to clean the bathrooms, not to clean the compound. That simply means you have not understood very well what a school is. Because in a school is a place where we are going to acquire knowledge. When we are acquiring knowledge, we don't acquire knowledge only in one particular direction, only books. We acquire knowledge in speeches, we acquire knowledge in skills, we acquire knowledge in talents, we acquire knowledge in our daily cleaning programs at school. We acquire knowledge through books when we are studying, we acquire knowledge through debate. So it is actually a place where your children are going to be equipped with more skills, more knowledge, to be able to meet the world's needs, to be able to meet challenges that they are likely to meet in the world, to be able to persevere and go through the world. So it is not good if you sit down your child and tell your child, if you don't come here with when you're not number one, number two, then you've just wasted my money. You're making the child to undermine other learning settings and just focus on one. So personally, when we look at parents, most parents have not understood that a school is another world where you send your child to learn to survive without you, but to go and acquire more and new knowledge that is to help them in the world. That is it. So the first thing we have to accept is that we are sending them to school because we know they are ignorant. There are things they don't know. We are sending them to school to expose, to challenge themselves. How best can I survive without my parents? We send them to school that they can have breakthroughs in life, to see things at a different angle, to see how themselves they fit in the world, how they can help the world, or where their personality, their characters come in to change the world. You see that? So I think there are things we need to accept, that if we embrace them, we shall also help our children. So when we send our children to school, as we are talking to them, let us do what Jesus did when he was sending the 12 out. He first summoned them. After summoning them down, he gave them the authority and power. After giving them authority and power, what did he do? He told them their mission and told them what to go and do. After the mission, he gave them instructions. And as he finished to give them instructions, he sent them off. So even us equally, we need to ask ourselves, we need to know deep about the school. What really children go to do at school. So when you sit with your child at home, tell your child, I'm sending you to school. I'm sending you to school to be able to acquire more knowledge. So everything in a school that they are teaching you, that they tell you to do, let it be work, let it be peeling, let it be to do garden work, it is part of learning. Go and learn. Go and get new ideas. I'm looking forward to come and teach me something new that maybe I do not know. Tell your child, I believe in you. You have brains. I believe God has blessed you. You're going to perform. I believe God who has provided the fees, who has given me wisdom and knowledge to work hard and get school fees to give you, has also blessed you with the brains that you're going to learn something. Tell your child, as I send you to school, there are so many people you're going to find in school. Others are rich, others are poor. But remember where you come from. Remember your characters. Remember your personality. Remember your mission. Your mission is to go and get knowledge. As you continue to speak like that, you're opening up their minds. Slowly and slowly, you're opening up their minds. Tell your child, I know you have the knowledge. The God who created you gave you that gift. Let us not bring trauma into our children. Let us not speak words that take them off from their mission. Words like, I've given you the fees, go and throw it. Can't waste my money. Now, you give me the money, and the first thing you're telling me, go and waste it. What does it mean? You're already prophesying that, I never really do things well. And you're like, I think even you'll end up wasting my money, so better not waste it. Some of us, because you have challenges with your partner, remember that's not your father's money. Sure. Remember that's not your mother's money. Go and work hard. If you don't work hard, by the way, you come back home, I will throw you out of my house if you don't perform. So, if we speak such words to our children, we do not help them. We are naming and labeling bad thoughts in their minds. Did you know that as Jesus sent out the 12 disciples, he knew Peter was going to betray him, to deny him. He knew Judas was going to betray him. But we don't see anywhere in the Bible where Jesus said, and as I send you, I know you, Peter, you're likely to do this and this. I know you do, Judas, as I send you out there. I know who you are. No. And yet he knew it. But he kept on speaking positive. So we need to kind of embrace that. We need to only speak positive words to our children. Let's label our children blessings. Let's label them positive thoughts, positive words. I know you can make it. I know God has blessed me with a beautiful child, a handsome boy. I know God has given you wisdom and knowledge. And I pray that you can make it. I know you're going to make it. And I'm expecting a lot from you. I'm counting on you. Let them hear what are your expectations about them, and expectations that are positive, not expectations that are negative. Because the devil most times waits for one negative thing, and it keeps on telling your child, even your mother knows you're a loser. Even if you try, they already saw that you are going to fail. But if you keep on speaking positive, even when they don't perform to their best, tell them, I know you can do better than this. I know you can do better than this. That child will embrace it when he's feeling challenged. My father expects much from me. Let us not fix their minds on small circle of life of thinking. Life is about academics. Did you know that your child could go to school and through debating, that child realizes that he's good at debating, loves speeches, and actually he or her breakthrough comes through debating. And yet God is preparing her or him to be probably a politician, probably a speaker. You see that? But when you close their minds to think all other things are useless, except the academics, it closes their eyes not to see the other way around. What if in their their talent time, when they are doing shows, they are performing, they are singing, one realizes, oh, I'm good at acting, and they become actors. What's wrong with that? And you realize that once they realize that is their passion, they would read books, yes. But if you find on acting they have put 90 and performances in 60, what's wrong with that? Encourage them. You never know. You never know where God has blessed someone. So sometimes parents, we ourselves, have worsened the habits in our children. We have brought them bad jealous, bad competition. Because for the child not to be number one or number two, they should not feel useless. For them not to be number one or number two, they should not feel unappreciated. Probably when it comes to academics, because they have less interest, more than maybe with their talents, they will perform with the average. But if we open our children's minds to look at a school as a place of getting knowledge, even if they perform in something better than the other, let's learn to appreciate them in the one they have performed well, encourage them, as we also encourage them on this one where they're not performing well. But meanwhile, showing them that their efforts are recognized, showing them that we believe in them, showing them that you're trying, you're not really that bad. Because just imagine, whenever we leave home, we go to work. Some of us, when we are working, I don't think it's about who works better. It is who does his work. Yes, who does his work and who does it well. It's not a competition, because if you make it a competition, a secretary cannot compete with an accountant. An accountant cannot compete with a teacher. A teacher cannot compete with the gate man. But all that we do at work is that whatever task you're given, do it to your best. Because you're qualified, because you performed best in that. You trained more in that particular field. That's why you're given that job. If you're teaching math and you're competing with the teacher of English, then it will not be really good. And if you're all teaching math, then you're struggling, who should be recognized, then you're not doing your part. Yours is to teach that those whom you're teaching understand. So equally, let's teach our children that when you go to school, go to study, endeavor to work hard and understand what they are teaching, and see how that knowledge you put it into use, okay? But not to say, since I'm number 20 and the other one is number 1, my effort is useless, my effort is undermined. Actually, the other one is better than me, it's brighter than me, it's smarter than me. When we start comparing children like that, we actually spoil them. Because they develop jealous, they start developing that thought of the other one is better than me, this one is preferred more than me, which shouldn't be the case. So, parents out there, let's help our children. Another thing, when we send our children to school, remember they are meeting different cultures. They are meeting people who are wealthier than them or maybe poorer than them. But how do you talk to your child that amidst all that, even when they see those students, they should not feel intimidated, or they should not feel again like they are the gods in the school. They should not feel so powerful to make others become now their disciples. All that starts from home, what you tell your child, how you talk to your child. Because if a child leaves home and goes in a school and becomes a king, a god, he or she is going to mislead others. And as he or she misleads others, he's also misleading himself. Because if you make your child feel very important, to an extent that he feels a god, he's going to gain a lot of power that even he will not want to listen to teachers. So as he will mislead himself, he's going to mislead even those who are following him up or following her up. Another thing, how do we help our children to manage their life, not to live extravagant life? Remember, I'm telling you that let's look at school like a world where you're sending your child to start figuring out to survive without the parents. When you send your child to school, don't give them a lot that makes them feel I don't need even to to concentrate. When you give them a lot of eats, if you give them a lot of money, it comes with a side effect. First of all, when it becomes much, they sometimes get an idea of thinking, if I get this and I give the other one, this one will do this for me. So they are using their stuff that you've packed for them or their money you've given them to get followers, to get workers. You see that? So you have to kind of teach them that with the minimum that I have given you, how best can you use it? To remain at school focused, reading, but also to use it for yourself. All those things we do, we help our children. When you carry 100,000 and give it to your child, and he realizes that even after just 3 weeks of going to school, he calls you're sending more money, that child is going to misuse that money. You're not training them. You're spoiling them. And each time they call, you send money. You're going to spoil them. So we also have to learn to limit them. When you give them grams, tell them your expectation. I think this can take you through 2 months. I think this one should take you between 1 month and a half. I think with this money that you have, you can do this and this. Why should a child call you at school because he wants a pen or a book of 500 or 1,000? Teach them to learn to pick from what they have to buy. When you come, let them tell you, I bought this and this that I didn't have. That is helping them. That is helping them. So I would encourage parents out there, let us know the right words to tell our children when they are going to school. Let's know the right communication to share with our children. Don't label bad things to your children as they are going to school. And you're going to school, let me not find you when you are with men. You know you with men. No. Tell your child, you're going to school, go and read hard. Avoid all distractions. All distractions come from the evil. Don't mention the other word all the time. And don't even say it upon him, upon her. So that they get to know that actually my father, my mother believes in me. I need to change. Naming them names that, and you the lazy one, you're going to school. And you're telling your child to go and work hard. But you're claiming laziness upon them. All those things, put these children down. Their efforts all are in. Then try to also to look at your child. You could find your child could be having a trauma. Try to see how they behave when it's time to go to school. If they look in a bad mood, they seem to be rebellious, try to go deep to understand what could be causing that. Sometimes other children, if they know the school is not comfortable, in case maybe the teachers or the fellow students make them feel out of place by the words they say or by the actions they do to them or the practices they do to them, try to understand your child. If you see your child is not happy about going to school, try to research, try to look for a way to know what is the problem. Because sometimes we push them at school, and maybe the only way they think of protecting themselves, they think of being rebellious. And others may be very excited. Try also to know what excites you about that school. Get to know it. Because there are many things that happen in our children's lives that we really don't know. You send your child to school, but actually where you're sending them, the world is looking at them, looking for how to see them destroyed. And others, because they have fear of how we parents sometimes react to them, they hold it in their hearts and they are racing with their minds. How do I fight this? You see that? Then others are very excited to go to school because some of them have bad groups. Some of them, they're saying, oh, mommy has been overwatching me. Daddy has not been giving me space. Let me go and just go crazy. So you also need to try to see how to go deep and know your child. Try to know the teachers. Kind of follow up when you take your child to school. Try to ask your teachers how your child is. What do they think? Because sometimes when you speak to your teachers, and if you have an idea of who your child is, if you find some things corresponding, work kind of matching, it should be an eye-opener to tell you, I think something either is not right or something is right. So with that, I wish you a nice send-off with your children. And please, as I told you, learn to pray for your children and give them verses that they can use upon themselves, because the devil is at work, and all those who are against your children, they have already even prepared. They even prepare early how to make sure they fail your children through distractions, and that is the devil. Through bad friends, that's the devil. Through bad memories, that's the devil. Through bad namings, bad labels upon them, and that is the devil. So don't feel like to help your child spiritually, it is an act of backwardness. No, it is an act of telling the enemy, I know you're out there, but I'm equipping my child, just like how Jesus empowered them and with authority and power, because he knew what awaits there were the demons. So don't think the demons ended that time when Jesus was there, but even now they're even more and very active. Otherwise, God bless you.